USA is Europeans' favorite summer holiday destination. The recovery of tourism is fully confirmed. After the hard years of the pandemic, it seems that the fear of COVID-19 has been left behind and the desire to travel and enjoy a well-deserved holiday is stronger, and, according to the latest industry research, searches for flights have increased by 250%, while those for hotels have increased by 330% in the first 7 months of this year 2022. In fact, searches for August 2022 holidays are already 30% above those for the same month in 2019. In addition, users spend 50% more time searching for different solutions, budgets and alternative dates to find the offer that best suits their needs. And a big number of Europeans who have decided to travel during the August holidays in 2022 are going to the USA. Its cultural richness, popular customs, museums and skyscrapers, beautiful landscapes, vast deserts, gigantic mountains, magnificent natural parks, big grasslands and beaches, in addition to its good hotels and infrastructures, restaurants and nightlife have made thousands of Europeans look for its cities to enjoy their August holidays. It is the first non-European country and the sixth in the world most searched. The data analyzing the results of flight searches for the month of August 2022 indicate that a large majority of tourists have opted for the dynamism and the skyscrapers of New York, which has been chosen in the first place by Germans, Spanish, French, Italians, British, Dutch and Portuguese tourists. 3 cities in California, famous for its nature, with immense beaches, great cliffs and redwood forests, are at the top of European searches for a few rest and leisure days, with Los Angeles, headquarters of Hollywood's entertainment industry, being the second most wanted city in the USA for Germans and Italians tourists, third for French, British and Spaniards, and fourth for Dutch and Portuguese. San Francisco, with its Golden Gate Bridge, Alcatraz Island and the streetcars is ranked number 4 for the French and Italians, 5 for the Germans and Spaniards, 7 for the Dutch and the Portuguese and 8 for the British. In addition to Los Angeles and San Francisco, San Diego is also in high demand, being the 11th most searched by the Italians and the 12th by the Portuguese. In the state of Florida, famous for its hundreds of miles of beaches, there are also 3 cities between the most requested by European tourists. Miami, with its outstanding artistic and nightlife environment, tops the list as it is the second favorite city for the French, Spaniards and Portuguese, the third for the Italians and Dutch, and the fourth for the Germans and British. Orlando, and its more than 10 theme parks, is another of the most searched cities in USA, and Florida is ranked number 2 for Dutch and British, number 4 for Spaniards, 5 for Portuguese, 6 for French, 8 for Germans, and 9 for Italians. Finally, Tampa is the 10th most searched by the Dutch and 11th by the British. In Texas, 2 cities stand out, especially Dallas, commercial and cultural center of the region, which is the 9th most popular destination in the USA for British, the 11th for French, 12th for Germans and Dutch, 13th for Italians and 14th for Spaniards. In addition to Texas, Houston, with its famous NASA Space Center and its Fine Arts Museum is also very well positioned. For Spaniards and British, it ranks number 12 and for Portuguese number 14. Those looking for a paradise on Earth with rugged landscapes, rainforests with waterfalls and colorful beaches have opted for Hawaii, its capital Honolulu being the 3rd most searched in the USA by Germans, 5th by French, Italians and Dutch, and 6th for Spaniards and Portuguese. Boston is the capital of Massachusetts and its largest city. It is one of the oldest cities in the United States and fundamental in its independence, is also being very requested by European tourists. It is the 3rd choice for the Portuguese, 6th for British, 7th for Italians, 8th for Spaniards, 9th for Dutch and 10th for French. Chicago, on the shores of the impressive Lake Michigan, is the city of reference for all those who love the architecture and the gangster legends, is the most searched city in Illinois, ranked number 6 in terms of the preferences of the Germans, Italians and Dutch, 7 of the Spaniards and British and 9 of the French and Portuguese. Las Vegas, in the Mojave Desert of Nevada, a tourist city par excellence, famous for its active nightlife centered on casinos and shows, is the 5th most searched destination by British tourists in the USA, the 7th by Germans and French, the 8th by Italians and the 9th by Spaniards. The nation's capital, Washington, D.C., with its iconic buildings and museums, attracts a multitude of tourists every year. Italians, Portuguese and British tourists rank it number 10 in their preferences and 11 for the Germans, Spaniards and Dutch. Seattle, Atlanta, Detroit, Denver, Philadelphia, Minneapolis and Portland are also among the top 15 most searched USA destinations for European tourists to spend a few days on vacation in August 2022. New York is not only the favorite holiday destination for Europeans in the USA, but also for the Americans, as it ranks first in terms of searches. In addition to New York, 12 other American cities are among the top 25 most searched in the world to spend these days of rest and leisure, such as Miami 3, Orlando 4, Las Vegas 6, Los Angeles 7, Boston 14, Fort Lauderdale 15, Seattle 17, Honolulu 18, Atlanta 19, San Francisco 21, Chicago 22, and Dallas 25. The sun, beach and sea destinations are among the preferences of the Americans for their days of leisure in August. Cancun occupies the 5th position, Punta Cana the 8th, San Juan the 9th and Santo Domingo the 10th. On the other hand, the capitals and large cities of the main European countries are other top destinations on the list, Barcelona 12, Paris 13, and London 16. Other major South American cities close the list of American preferences, as Havana in the post 11th, Managua 20th, Mexico DF 21st, and Buenos Aires 24th. Top worldwide destinations most searched by Americans during August 2022. 1. New York. 2. Madrid. 3. Miami. 4. Orlando. 5. Cancun. 6. Las Vegas. 7. Los Angeles. 8. Punta Cana. 9. San Juan. 10. Santo Domingo. 11. Havana. 12. Barcelona. 13. Paris. 14. Boston. 15. Fort Lauderdale. 16. London. 17. Seattle. 18. Honolulu. 19. Atlanta. 20. Managua. 21. San Francisco. 22. Chicago. 23. Mexico DF. 24. Buenos Aires. 25. Dallas. Normality is here and with it comes the millions of tourists who visited USA every summer before the pandemic. American cities remain major global tourist destinations, with their cultural richness, attractions, coastline, landscapes and beautiful beaches, popular traditions, museums, monuments, restaurants and good hotels and infrastructures continuing to attract a big number of tourists. On the other hand, many Americans have also chosen national cities for their holidays, in addition to the main European cities and sun and beach destinations, where their good prices, rich gastronomy and nightlife continue attracting Americans tourists.